finally, best character is gonna have the best scene, right? This is genuinely my favorite scene of the whole show, okay? But I do think it's very interesting that, I mean, I would argue that it is arguably the worst Mikasa scene in the whole storyline to me. She has a lot of bad scenes, right? It's arguably the worst Mikasa scene, and on the same time, it's like the best Yin scene in the same episode. It is remarkably how he writes, honestly, how he managed to write Mikasa so terribly bad and makes the Yin right. Yeah, to me, it's like amazing. How can Yin be so well written and Mikasa is so terribly badly written, and it's in the same episode? Like, I mean, it's in the same episode. How is that possible? It feels like, I genuinely feel, I know it's not true, but it genuinely feels like there's two different people writing Mikasa and Yin. Like, it's written by two completely different persons. It doesn't make any sense that they can be in the same chapter, same episode, whatever, same author. It feels completely dissonance from each other, right? Because Mikasa's actions are incredibly non-motivated, incredibly against her characterization, and Yin's actions are perfectly written, perfectly organic over the character development, where her development is the most shoehorned, like, forced development ever. I'm amazed by it, honestly, ever done, because this is all about Yin, and again, there's a character he can write, right? He writes some really bad characters, but he also writes some really good characters. Way better if they're sort of fighting here, and she's like, shut up, I'm gonna kill you to kill my love interest, my boyfriend, though, see? I mean, they're almost not gonna do it, but it's just so crappy. You think it's gonna happen? No, it's not gonna happen, right? This should have happened here. There we go, yes! Beat the crap out of him! Oh my god, there we go! I wasn't animated, there we go! Keep doing more, yes, yes! It's best thing ever! There we go! Just shut up, Reiner! Freaking annoying, here we go! Finally, he's like, I'm tired of this shit! Stop complaining, stop whining, go and kill Eren! Freaking pathetic! Finally it's happening, there we go! Keep going here, Ian, keep going! Oh, it's beautiful, alright, step on him, there we go, oh! There we go, kick GABI too! Oh, it's beautiful there, kick them all their ass! Keep the outcap of them! Okay. Yin scene, right? I already covered it, of course. An amazing scene, but this is emphasized good, right? It's good in so many aspects. Because first of all, I love how it starts, as always with Yin, being like, I should have just, joined the royal defense system and just sitting there, drinking some whiskey, having a waifu, having like 2 or 3 kids or whatever, just chilling, That's a classic Yin. So, first of all, Yin is a better character, because he, of course, starts out as a person, right, that's kind of against and it's with Eren and so on, right? But Yin's strength is that he got that, good guy deep down, right? He's the unwilling hero. So even though he's like, I could have joined these guys and have a much better life, I decided to join the Scar because that is still, to save mankind and so on, right? So Yin is always struggling with, basically, what is right thing to do, which is what he wants to do, right? So he's actually, of course, the most heroic person in the storyline, because he keeps going against his own wishes, right? And that's why Yin is the best with the character, because he's constantly like, self-sacrifice, right? Something like Stephen All Might would have said. He's like, this guy's a real hero, because he's willing to, go against his own, whatever, right? Desire, wishes, happiness, and so on. To do what's right. And that was Yin is the best fitting character, generally speaking. And Yin then has the best character development, right? Because Yin, more and more so, as in this episode here as well, Yin is again like, what if I just let Eren win, Like, I'm an alien, so what if I just like AFK and let Eren kill everyone? For me, is a benefit, right? We have stepped for Annie being an alien, I guess, is a benefit, right? But her father will die, right? Reiner's mom will die and so on. So not only are they Marleys, but even if they ignore it and say they're aliens, right? Annie, GABI, etc., right? Falk, etc. All of those characters still have family that Eren is gonna kill, right? Even if they're innocent, you know what I mean? The classic Eren. Even if their family members are innocent, they're basically slaves, right, to the Marleys, doesn't matter, right? He's gonna kill them all. So at least GABI and so on, they want to kill Eren, right, to save their parents and cousins or whatever, sisters or so. So they have a reason, right, to go and kill Eren, just from a family standpoint, right? With the whole family be killed, right? But Yin is like, I could just stay here and I guess let Eren win, Yet he, of course, as always, because his character, isn't right, he wants to go and save them, right? He wants to go and save these innocent people, even if he's just gonna put himself in danger, right? And that again is why he's the true hero of the anime, because he's always going against his own wishes, right? And then we can have a scene here that is so good because Reiner, on the hand, has been mopping around, QQing, and being like, oh, I don't want to do it, I guess I'm gonna do it because I'm like a Marley or something, my mom's gonna die, but I guess I care, right? He's been doing that, bullying, crying, has mostly been spending his time crying, again, for 20 episodes, and, I think, again, Reiner is a de-evolution of character writing, right? Because it is interesting, he has PTSD and so on, but he's mostly kind of a tedious character. This is like, oh, I hate everything, yeah, Marco died, it's my fault, He's mostly just kind of a whiner, right? And he hasn't really evolved, actually, mostly in a character writing standpoint, from since we saw him with Eren, right? About 20 episodes ago. So he's been kind of been stuck in time, right? He hasn't really had any reflection or changed his opinion. He's been the same person, really, for 20 lit episodes, probably more. And more or less been a constant pathetic loser, right? More or less. So it's a great, I feel, this kind of dynamic here of Jean constantly changing his character and improving his personality, so on, right? Constantly going against his own desires, but and then Reiner doing opposite, being like, oh, I just wanna do nothing, right? So they're kind of polar opposite, right? Reiner and Jean is kind of Jean is constantly trying to do his best, right? And Reiner is doing the opposite, right? So it's really good, this kind of climax of Reiner being like, yeah, Marco died, it's my fault, right? And Jean is like, God damn it, shut the F up, right? So it is a really good climax, rewarding scene with of course. So, yeah, I think it's a really good climax scene. I'm not going to show you the scene because it feels a little bit, probably, maybe too risky for family-friendly quality. I don't know, it's quite a lot of tomato juice. Still though, Attack on Titan has a lot of worse scenes. But anyway, you get my point. The sun is going down my hair, so it's dark and whatever. But yeah, it's a great scene. It's I think the best climax scene of the Titan, right? Because it is these two characters writing coming together, right? Again, picture it, Jean going like that, Raiden going like that, right? So they have this massive distance, right, from each other. Jean's on the top, Raiden's on the bottom, and they finally come into a clash, right? And it keeps beating the crap out of him. And it's a really, really good reward scene. And I really think, I said earlier, I really think that this is the best scene in Attack on Titan. When Jean beats the crap out of Reiner. I think it is the best scene in the whole storyline. The end, of course, is terrible, right? And the ending is shit. And yeah, that has a terrible climax. It's the opposite of a good climax, right? And there's some other good scenes, arguably. Arguably, because there are many good scenes, but maybe when Eren kills the Smile Titan, when Eren, we don't know that, but the Smile Titan dies, that's a good scene. Suzume, of course, is another good scene and so on. But I would say this is the best scene. At least from a character standpoint, right? From a character writing standpoint. The micro writing, right? The characters. Not the premise, not the big backstory, not going to the basement and so on. But from a character standpoint, I think it easily is the best scene. By far the best, actually. I don't even think there's any other scene even close to this from a character standpoint. But I guess if you look at it from a world building standpoint or whatever, right? Yeah, get into the basement or a Suzume thing into the bay. Yeah, perhaps, right? Perhaps. But I would argue this is the best scene. But especially then again from a character standpoint. So that being said, then this episode has the best Jean scene, which is the best scene in the anime, arguably. On the same time, this episode, I said earlier, I said again, right? Very iterative here, very repetitive, but it's the way you teach people, right? On the same time, this is arguably the worst scene in Attack on Titan. The worst scene. I said earlier, I found it bizarre world how he has managed to have one of the absolutely terribly worst scenes from a character standpoint by far, with the best scene in the same episode from the same author. It boggles my mind. Right? So okay, why is this scene so bad? Already been over it, but I say it again, right, to really hammer this point here. There's so many faults with this scene, right? Or it's generally Mikasa's character. So first of all, Mikasa, easily the worst-fitting character, right? We've been over this for many months, right? She's terribly one-dimensional character that her only obsession is Eren, right? So let's just first establish that Mikasa is the worst character in the manga and anime, okay? And I think most people actually agree with that. Even the hardest, like, Attack on Titan stands still agree, and I feel most of them, even the hardcore, you know, the ending is the best thing ever and so on, still, I think, most of them still agree that Mikasa is the weak part of the storyline, though. Of course, there are some incredibly hardcore Mikasa fans, they don't get it, man. But I think even most, like, ending defenders still agree that she's a terrible character. So why is Mikasa so bad then, right? I think I've already been over this, like, many times, but mostly she's just a one-dimensional character, right? I always say this thing, but her favorite color is Eren. Her favorite food is Eren. Her favorite, you know, whatever, right? Her favorite cloud shape is Eren. Her character personality is only about Eren. And I, of course, truly hate when people are, oh, no, why don't you like Mikasa? You just don't like strong women. What? Strong woman? A strong woman is someone like Marley is a strong woman, right? Someone like Yurich is a strong woman. Someone like Eren is a strong woman. Ghislaine is a strong woman, so right, yeah. Whatever, right? I can list you badass top 10 women. Healing, okay? Best mom healing. That is probably the strongest woman so far in anime this year. Healing, okay? In Osama ranking. Easily, I would say. Top woman this year so far. Easily. Mikasa is a goddamn one-dimensional, codependent, arguably actually Yandere, think about it, you know, one-dimensional, codependent person that is only obsessed with her man, right? She wouldn't ever pass the bachelor test, right? The only thing she does is talk about her man, you know? She has no personality, she's only obsessed with her man and so on. Anyway, I already covered that because a terrible character every week, right? But the issue that, I must say it again, right? Really, okay, Mikasa, terribly one-dimensional character. This scene is so bad, right? Because, of course, here, we have Mikasa and Annie being like, oh, I'm gonna kill Eren, bitch. And she's like, oh, wow, you're gonna kill my boyfriend? I'm gonna kill you first, right, you know? So, yeah, Mikasa and Annie are gonna fight, you know, they have like rivalry back. So one way is kind of cute, right? They're gonna have this like girl fight, fox fight, you know? Foxy, sexy girls fighting, right? But of course, the issue with it is that it doesn't make any sense that Mikasa actually backs down. Like, it literally makes no sense. Because Annie's standpoint makes perfect sense. Annie's like, we saw Anne in Hitch, she's like, I love my dad, I want to go and save my dad, and also all these other people, right? All these innocent millions of life, Aaron's gonna kill, right? So Annie always, you know, so to speak, did what she did for the good of the world, right? So to speak, right? You could argue that, of course, Annie is a complete moron, killing people to protect the morals, right? But at least in her worldview, she was like, you know, the elders are evil or whatever, blah, blah, I'm gonna save the world, right? So at least in her worldview, it's like, this is the right thing to do, right? And now she's like, well, Eren's gonna kill everyone. The right thing to do is to kill Eren, right? Because they're saving them in all the lives, right? Okay, makes sense. An easy argument. Stopping the genocide of Eren is easy to argue for it. Because that's the first thing with Annie. Personal trait of Annie is that she actually likes her dad, right? You know, with her backstory and so on. She wants to save her father, right? And then she kind of cares about Armin, you know, and she kind of cares about, I mean, she has some kind of care for GABI and Reiner and so on. And they also got their parents and so on, right? She wants to stop Eren, right? So her motivation, her characterization, and character development makes sense, right? So that's best girl Annie on one side, right? Now she's gonna fight worst girl Mikasa. And here comes where it makes sense, right? As I just explained, Mikasa is only, you know, super yandere in love with Eren, right? So why isn't she just joining Eren for? This is a massive issue. It's such a bad issue that it basically is a plot hole, right? That Mikasa's whole characterization is that she's obsessed by always doing what Eren wants, right? So of course, I say the point over and over again, because I really hate, of course, Mikasa's defense, right? I guess I have no issue saying that I truly hate people that keeps defending Mikasa, right? Because it's like, but she's the worst written character in this anime, by far. And arguably one of the worst written characters I've ever seen in anime. She's easily in my top 10 worst written anime characters ever. Easily. Because, not even before this scene, she was a terrible written character. Even before she was for top 10. But this scene arguably makes her the worst written female character I've ever seen in my life. Because, again, her whole life is just to be with Eren, right? To do what Eren wants, right? You know, the whole thing. And then when this other woman is like, I'm gonna kill your boyfriend, I'm gonna kill your love interest, because he's gonna kill my dad, right? So that's gonna be what we're gonna do here. Because it's like, well, I'm gonna kill you first. Again, right? That's the premise. And then immediately, she's back down. It doesn't make any goddamn sense, right? It doesn't make any goddamn sense. Why is Mikasa, when her whole life mission is to be with Eren and fight for Eren and so on, right? Why does she back down from? You know? When Annie and her are already kind of rivals, right? They're kind of like fighting rivals, back to the one. Why is she backing down from Annie? Why is she like, okay, I'm gonna fight you? It doesn't make any sense. It just literally makes no sense. People can argue that, oh, well, Mikasa is understanding that saving the world, whatever. She doesn't, okay? Mikasa only care for 83 episodes has been to sleep with Eren, right? So her only life goal is to protect Eren, kill everything that fights Eren, and sleep with Eren, right? Get Eren babies. That's the only life goal she ever had. Why is she suddenly just being like, yeah, you're right, we should save the planet from Eren, right? It doesn't make any goddamn sense. Flush actions is how she should be, right? I think it's a tremendously, of course, badly written that Mikasa ever even joins them. And not even that she joins them. It's even worse than that. I said during the report, why did Armin and the rest of them even ask Mikasa to join them, right? Why did Hanye in the beginning of the episode talk to Mikasa and Jean and it's like, you know guys, Eren's gonna kill the planet. We probably have to stop him, right? And Jean's like, oh god damn it, I hate, fine, I'll join you. I wanna go and have a peaceful life, but okay, fine, you know. I'm the unwillingly benefiting character. I'm gonna have to leave and stop Eren, right? So, Hanye, basically, you know, convincing Jean to help her, right? That makes sense. Because, you know, as I thought earlier, Jean is a well-written character that, again, is a hero. He's willing to sacrifice himself to save the world, right? We been established that with Jean since season 1. That makes sense. But Mikasa should have been a shut the F up, Hanye. I'm not gonna fight Eren. You know what I mean? That would have been a much better take from Mikasa then. But why does Mikasa suddenly care about the rest of the life? She'd never done it before. Remember Armin was like, oh, I hate you, mental breakdown, Eren's killing everyone. And she's like, have you seen my scarf, Armin? You know? He's like, Mikasa. She's like, my scarf? That's the character we had 2 episodes ago. Why has she suddenly changed her personality completely? Why is she suddenly she cares about not Eren, you know? It is so stupid. However, though, it's even worse because she still only cares about Eren. She's only doing this because she thinks that somehow this is gonna, you know, save Eren or something like that. Because it's even worse than later, right? Because after they have this kind of conflict and so on, and also before too, she still always gonna defend Eren, you know what I mean? I don't mean defend actually fighting Annie or the other characters, defending as in actually physically defending him, but she's gonna defend him in the arguments, right? Every scene before this and after this, when they're discussing what Eren is doing, and obviously Armin and so on, right, is against what he's doing, we know that, etc. Mikasa's always gonna be like, but maybe Eren is doing it for the better of the aliens, you know? She's always gonna take kind of the flush standpoint of being like, maybe being a Jaegerist isn't such a bad thing, you know? So, it just doesn't make any sense that she doesn't join the Jaegerists to begin with. It doesn't make any sense that they ask her to join them. It doesn't make any sense that every time this thing is brought up, right, that Annie wants to kill Eren and so on, that Mikasa will stop her, and yet she doesn't, right? And I think the biggest issue, though, arguably, is that you know that this is terribly shoehorned writing. We know that when Annie and Mikasa is like, oh, you wanna go, but you wanna go? We know that when they got that situation, right, when they both go up there and be like, come on, let's go, I can fight you, right? We all know that both of them is gonna do shit, right? And that's the terrible problem with the writing here. Because we all know that there is no way that this actual, like, I will kill you before you kill her, blah, 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 dialogue, right, it actually means anything. We all know this is bullshit. We all know this is never gonna go anywhere, right? We know that it's so clear that in this writing here of the characters, that this kind of conflict that Yelena's trying to cause, right, is never actually gonna amount to anything. We know that Mikasa is never actually gonna fight anyone because she's supposed to be this, like, you know, godlike, you know, whatever, super ultimate woman, right? With the course no personality, but the ultimate fighter, right? So we all know that it's never gonna be an actual fight with Mikasa, right? It's never gonna be an actual conflict here. And she's gonna stay there. She's gonna constantly tell them that they're wrong killing Eren. Yet she's gonna help them to kill Eren, right? It's just completely illogically. It's just terrible. And that's why she's the worst with the character, right? Even before this, she was by far the worst with the character. But this scene is I would argue it's the worst scene like that then, with the best scene in the same episode. It is a bizarre word for me how they can be in the same episode. But it's truly how it is. This scene here is so bad, and then the next scene with Dean is so good, right? And it's just like, how did we get here? How did the world get there? What more happened in the episode? I don't know. What more happened in the episode? I don't know. What a man. But yeah, so Flosh is like, oh, that's right, Eren, I'm defending you, bro. But imagine actually, I say it again, imagine Attack on Titan with Mikasa actually joining Flosh, right, and being a Jaegerist, which would make a million times more sense. Yeah. Instead of imagine Mikasa being here with Flosh being like, oh yeah, that's right, Flosh, let's kill them, let's kill these Japanese ladies and whatever, yeah, let's destroy the airplane or whatever. Because I mean, the only real reason that Armin and so on wants to bring with them Mikasa is because she's the most powerful character, right? Yeah. The only reason they will ever bring with them Mikasa is because she has the best, stats, right? Yeah. She's like, if you ever play something like, I don't know, what orc whatever, some kind of massive multiplayer RPG, right? Mikasa is that guild member that everyone hates, that everyone's like, oh, he's so annoying, always, such a bastard, always leads everything, this shit never comes and helps us, but when he raids with us, he has the best DPS, okay? He's always like 99 percentile highest DPS. So even if he never does anything else for the guild, he is the best guy in the boss fight. We need this bastard, right? He's that, that is Mikasa, yeah. That like super annoying hunter that everyone hates, but for some reason always wins the DPS meter and never dies for some reason. So you need that person, right, in every raid, even though how much everyone hates them, because they have the worst personality ever. And they're so not helpful in any other situation, with anything else, right? That's Mikasa. That is literally Mikasa. They're like, oh, we need to bring her with us. She has the highest damage output. She's the best static character. Oh, like, that is Mikasa, right? It's for no other reason would they trust to bring her with them. I mean, because otherwise, she should be like Flosh, right? She really should be like Flosh, mostly. She should be worse than Flosh, yeah. She should be the Flosh. She should be the ultimate Flosh. But again, I think I want to just emphasize that point there. That not only should be more like Flosh. The issue, of course, is that we all know, as I mentioned, we all know that she's never gonna do shit, right? You know what I mean? We all know that Mikasa is gonna talk like Flosh, but never actually do it, right? Flosh actually killed people, right? So she's really is like a Flosh in dialogue, but she's never actually gonna act like Flosh, right? And that makes her even worse, because that means that she's acting out the persona of Flosh or whatever, right? She has the persona and the dialogue and or arguably the opinion of Flosh, but she never actually acts on her own opinions and agenda and so on, right? And which is also kind of strange, because it goes against her, madly Eren love, right? So that's also why Mikasa is so terrible, right? Because yeah, she's basically a Flosh, just never acts like he does, right? Which is very, very strange, right? It's so absurd. But anyway, what do you guys think? It's the worst and the best episode. Streaming system. Sorry, the sound went down there, so it went a little darker. Yeah, the sound went down after the streaming, right? And then the camera has a little issues when the sound is changing. But anyway, guys, check out for that Tenshi. Got the second season. Great morning there. Tenshi announced this morning, right? Second season, a bit earlier, so so on. Otherwise, I mean, great episode of One Piece as I took. Oh man, it was a good episode. But anyway, subscribe to see you guys watch next week with more Attack on Titan. And yeah, I might make another video about the movie thing, right? Because clearly it's gonna be a movie. I said a year ago, I was like, they have to make a movie. Yesterday, it was half confirmed that they're gonna make a movie, and it's gonna be the 9 last chapters. It isn't like fully confirmed, but I argued for that a year ago. That's gonna make a movie with about 10 chapters, and we'll see it here again, right? So yeah, it is gonna be a movie. Trust me. With the last 9 chapters, roughly speaking, it has to be a movie. Not gonna make a new season, and I explained it last year, but the reason why they make a movie is the money, right? It's so much more money making a movie. But anyway, guys, see you guys and have a great day. And yeah, I'm gonna make a video about that, why they're making a movie, right? Coming next week probably.